Getting ready for additional rounds of thunderstorms to target the area. We'll track another flash flood threat just ahead.
Kentucky's ag commissioner is suing Governor Beshear over COVID-19 restrictions, why one central Kentucky orchard is joining in the lawsuit. And some states are bringing back restrictions with COVID-19 cases rising in more than 30 states and a holiday weekend on the horizon.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon, everyone. The flash flood threat is continuing for several parts of the state that have seen a lot of rain over the last couple of days.
And it sounds like more rain is on the way. It is a WKYT First Alert Weather Day. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey joining us now with what we can expect. Chris?
Yeah, you can feel the atmosphere out there. It is water loaded. Humidities are sky high, and that is going to lead to more thunderstorms that will flare up not only in the short term, but they're going to come at us in waves into Tuesday and into Wednesday as well, and that's why we've got the WKYT First Alert Weather Day. Flash flood watch is out for all the counties that are shaded in green. That includes Lexington, Frankfort. That has been expanded, by the way, into the Lexington and Frankfort areas just since earlier this afternoon. Down the Mountain Parkway and points to the south, those are areas that have been hard hit. Now, earlier in the day, we had some significant flash flooding from parts of Boyle County through Mercer County over into Washington County, where you had a lot of roads that were shut down. No warnings are out across central Kentucky as of now. We're kind of in a break between thunderstorms, but we're getting to the time of day where additional thunderstorms are now beginning to go up. Seeing this action into parts of Frenchburg, over into Morgan County, just an isolated shower on the Bath and Montgomery County line. Focus on the Lexington Metro. Notice how things are dry as of now. Take a little trip south. London, Corbin, Somerset. We've had some of those thunderstorms. Had one cross right on top of downtown Somerset just a little bit ago. That is in the northern parts of McCreary County. Look what's going on to our west and southwest. Thunderstorms across parts of the Bowling Green area. Humidity, again, is off the charts. So as those thunderstorms continue to flare up, we have just a tremendous amount of moisture for those storms to tap into. So that is why, guys, we're going to continue to focus on the flash flood threat. We'll put some numbers on how much can fall over the next 2 days when I come back here in 15 minutes.
Chris, we'll see you then. Thank you. We are tracking some breaking news right now out of Scott County. Eastbound I-64 is closed near the Scott-Fayette line right now due to multiple crashes. You can see from our live drive traffic map that the portion of the interstate that is closed, it's seen there in red. The Scott County Sheriff's Department tells us there are two separate crashes, both near mile marker 70. The first involved two cars and two semis. The second crash happened as a result of the backup from that crash, and it involves three cars. We know there is at least one serious injury. Again, I-64 East near the Scott County, Fayette County line is closed right now, and we'll keep you posted on those accidents. The state's agriculture commissioner is challenging several COVID-19 related executive orders issued by Governor Andy Beshear.
Commissioner Ryan Quarles is teaming up with Evans Orchard in Georgetown for that lawsuit. WKYT's Chelsea Jones is in Georgetown to explain. It's our top story at 4.
Well, the Evans family say this lawsuit is not about politics. It's about protecting their family business. They also believe it's about fairness. Jenny Evans, who co-owns Evans Orchard and Cider Mill, says Beshear has increased in-person capacity for various industries, but not for agritourism.
We proposed at 1% capacity would be 100 people. And I mean, and outdoor attractions don't even have it. That's following indoor facility rules, and even indoor gyms can have a family per 6 square feet, and we can't even have that. We only have 10 people.
The family operates a 96,000 square foot playground and a converted barn that can be rented for weddings and events. Evans says public health officials told her no more than 10 people can be in the playing area at one time. She feels this is unfair considering the number of people in grocery stores and at recent protests. That's why her family has joined Ag Commissioner Ryan Quarles in filing a lawsuit against the governor. Governor Beshear's office released a statement saying in part, quote, the parties bringing this lawsuit want to eliminate the public health guidance and requirements that are keeping Kentuckians safe. All businesses have to follow the same rules and guidance for outdoor weddings and other activities. The Evans family tell me they do believe in keeping people safe. They say here on the farm they require masks, and they have even hired more people to sanitize the inside. In Scott County, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
The farm says it's lost more than 80% of its revenue because of Governor Beshear's restrictions.
Now to some other top stories at 4. The state is continuing to offer in-person help to people who are having trouble with unemployment insurance. They're asking people to book an appointment online, but the earliest appointment is a month away. And that's not stopping people, though, from showing up in Frankfort anyway. Some people told us they've had trouble making an appointment. Because of that, there is a line just for people to make appointments and then come back. If you need in-person unemployment assistance, we have a link to sign up for an appointment right now on WKYT.com. Today marks a big day in Kentucky's reopening plan. More youth sports can resume. Limited visitation at long-term care facilities like nursing homes is also being allowed. Bars, public pools, and event spaces are allowed to reopen at a reduced capacity, and people can have gatherings of up to at least 50 people.
The final votes are being tallied today in this year's primary election. It's estimated 1.1 million people voted this year. That would be an all-time high for a Kentucky primary. The election was delayed a month because of the pandemic. For the first time ever, mail-in voting and no-excuse early voting took place. Because of that change, counties needed extra time to count the votes. County clerks have until 4:30 this afternoon to finalize their results. Those results have to be turned in to the State Board of Elections by tomorrow. The board will review the results and release the final statewide numbers sometime tomorrow.
We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber and Victor. State officials are asking medical professionals to help get the word out about contact tracing. The state has hired hundreds of people to notify folks who have had contact with people who test positive for COVID-19. But leaders say the program is only effective if people are honest and cooperative when they're called. Coming up at 4:30, we're hearing from officials with the Cabinet for Health and Family Services about why contact tracing is so very important. So, will Kentucky fans be able to watch football games in person this fall? The short answer, we don't know. The season opener is set for September 3rd. That's 2 days before the Kentucky Derby, which will have some fans. This morning, UK's athletic director Mitch Barnhart talked about the situation. WKYT sports director Brian Milam will break that down coming up at 5 o'clock. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Amber and Victor, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. More than a dozen states are beginning the week with a pause on reopening as new coronavirus epicenters emerge.
The average daily case counts are on the rise in more than 30 states, and officials are very anxious about the upcoming July 4th weekend when Americans will want to flock to beaches, parties, and other gatherings. Karen Kafa reports from Washington.
Restrictions re-implemented in states with surging coronavirus cases ahead of the July 4th weekend.
We are quite clearly talking about people's lives.
New epicenters are emerging in the South and West, including Arizona and Florida, where the number of new daily cases is rivaling New York's peaks. Some South Florida counties will close beaches for the holiday.
The community spread that would go with that amount of people on the beach, we're not in a position to handle that.
California has closed bars in at least 7 counties. Officials concerned reopening gave the wrong impression.
I think there was just a false sense of security that when things started easing up, it meant that it was more safe. What it really meant is that we were prepared.
In Texas, where hospitalizations are quickly climbing, they've also closed bars and scaled back restaurant capacity.
I just think people are failing to adhere to the basics that you've got to do that only medical experts agree on, and that's the face coverings, social distancing, and washing your hands frequently.
Experts say those basics are critical right now.
How do we keep it somewhere in a slow burn mode without being able to close down completely or without letting it run willy-nilly in our society?
Thank you for the spacing.
Despite new spikes, more Americans are taking off. TSA checkpoints from last Thursday to Sunday saw a new pandemic high point of 2.3 million passengers. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
There won't be any spectators at Keeneland for next week's summer meet, but that doesn't mean you can't join in on the fun. We'll explain next.
Live Drive Traffic is sponsored by Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Bud's Gun Shop and Range has served many new firearm buyers. And as a courtesy to our customers and those who haven't shopped with us, we're providing a free gun safety class to anyone. For class times, visit budsgunshopky.com.
O'Donnell Family Dentistry has expanded our office for you. We're excited to announce the addition of Dr. Bill Galbraith. We've got more space for today's expanding dental needs. From cosmetic dentistry, implants, sleep apnea solutions, and sedation dentistry. Now accepting new patients with evening and Saturday appointments available.
Brighter, strong, and healthy, O'Donnell Family Dentistry.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
And to make it easier to get back on the road by offering 0% financing on 10 different models.
All from the brand you trust today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Ready for some good, clean fun? Red Mile Gaming and Racing is now open, and we can't wait to have you play our mean, clean, winning machines. We've got nearly 900 of your favorite games in a clean, safe environment for you and your crew. It's a win-win. Red hot excitement is back at Red Mile Gaming and Racing. All bets are on. Visit redmileky.com for details.
Let's do this!
What are you doing?
Gonna demo the bathroom.
Bathfitter custom made our new bath to fit perfectly over the old one, so there's no demo or mess.
No demo?
Remodel your bath with no demo in as little as 1 day. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free consultation.
Hit the road with Don Franklin Hyundai. Get 0% up to 72 months and no payment for 90 days on select new 2020 Hyundai models. Or lease the all-new 2020 Elantra for only $189 per month. Wherever your travels take you, Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer can help you get there.
I had got a phone call from my ex-mother-in-law and that my daughter was in an accident. She had a traumatic brain injury. I knew that I needed a law firm to help me fight for her for the rest of her life. And some friends led me to Queener Law Office. They have backed me up and backed her up 100%. He will always and continue to fight for anyone that is his client, and I have full faith in that.
Before you're getting up, we're getting the facts. Before you're getting dressed, we're getting it right. Before you're ready to move on with today, we're getting you ready to stand up to your morning.
Bud's Gun Shop and Range has served many new firearm buyers, and as a courtesy to our customers and those who haven't shopped with us, we're providing a free gun safety class to anyone. For class times, visit budsgunshopky.com.
Earlier, we told you about a lawsuit that the Agriculture Commissioner in Evans Orchard filed against Governor Beshear concerning his executive orders surrounding COVID-19.
Let's take a look at today's WKYT live poll. We're asking, do you think there are too many restrictions due to COVID-19? And certainly we are seeing some positive cases testing coming back in. A lot of those, 35% of you say yes, 65% of you say no. So as we see these resurgence across the country, we're going to continue to talk about the reopening and the pausing of some states and what's happening there. Remember, you can always vote in our poll. It's up right now on the WKYT.com homepage, or you can always vote from your phone inside the WKYT News app. All right, welcome back, Victor, we should say, to Talkers today. We have some interesting stories making headlines today. Here are some of today's Talkers. As we know, COVID-19 forced Keeneland to cancel their spring meet for the first time since 1941, but there will be a 5-day summer meet without fans starting next Wednesday, July 8th. The track is offering several ways to enjoy the races from home, including special Keeneland at Home live streams on Facebook Live and YouTube, and Keeneland at Home kits from the Keeneland online store. Kits include everything you need for a Keeneland watch party. Every race will be live streamed for free, and you can wager online or by going to the drive-through betting station at the Red Mile. Pretty cool to still keep you involved at one of our favorite places, Keeneland's.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to watch that all online. Well, Louisville-based Papa John's is teaming up with Shaquille O'Neal for a gigantic new pizza. It's called the Shaq-a-Roni. The 16-inch extra-large pie has 66 pieces of pepperoni. Now, while the standard Papa John's pizza has 10 slices, this one has 8 huge slices. Here's an impressive part. Shaq says that he can eat one in a single sitting. $1 from the sale of each pizza will go to the Papa John's Foundation for building community that supports COVID-19 relief and the fight against racial injustice. I think I'd like to take that challenge myself. I might be able to take one down in a single sitting, although I don't know if it comes in gluten-free, Amber, but we may be able to see if we can get you one too.
If it doesn't come in gluten-free, we'll still do it for you. We'll see if we can raise some money with it. How about that, okay?
There you go.
All right, rolling into a very muggy evening. Thunderstorms getting ready to flare up yet again. We're going to track the possibility of more flash flooding on a WKYT First Alert Weather Day just ahead.
New this morning,
crews are at the scene of a fire that has spread now.
Here's what's making headlines. All this started just about a half an hour ago.
We are working to learn more information from police as the morning continues.
There's going to be a new testing site opening.
WKYT's been on top of breaking news throughout the morning.
There's plenty of police presence around here.
We know that crews are battling multiple fires here in Lexington.
Problems on the interstate. We've been reporting I-75 north.
When news breaks, Kentucky turns to WKYT This Morning.
When my children were young, I would go to their bedroom and just watch them sleep. And as I stood there, I would think, they're counting on me. You know, when you hire us for your injury case, the thought I always have is, of course, for you, but also for your family and all those that count on you. You see, I think about them just as much as I think about you. In your time of need, you can count on me. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
I'm attorney Darrell Isaacs. I was born in Louisville in 1964. Kentucky has always been home, from kindergarten to high school to college. And then in 91, I got my law degree from the University of Louisville. Kentucky's where I met my wife over 30 years ago. She gave me the 3 greatest kids a man could ask for. Since my dad and I started Isaacs & Isaacs in 1993, fighting for my fellow Kentuckians has been one of the greatest honors. And if you're injured in a wreck, I'd be honored to fight for you.
Since the beginning of time, humans have been quite clever at inventing things that make life easier. Like the wheel, like the Rambox cargo system, and backup cameras, really big backup cameras. Since I know everyone likes easy, Glenn's Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram makes truck buying easy, with everyday low prices. An endless selection of Rams to choose from, and top dollar for every trade. If you like easy, you'll love Glenn's Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Easy to find, easy to buy, easy to save.
July 4th savings start now at P-Rad. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Get a 50-inch 4K TV for free. Plus free local delivery. Plus up to 6 years low-interest financing with no money down. Finance $1,000 for as low as $19 a month. Upgrade your sleep with this Serta Head and Foot Power Base with massage. Was $14.99. Now just $4.99 with the purchase of any mattress set. Plus get a 32-inch LED TV free. Because
nobody beats P-Rats.
First Alert Weather is brought to you by ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
WKYT First Alert Weather Day as we track the possibility of flash flooding yet again, even the potential low-end threat for some stronger thunderstorms as we go through the next couple of days. The humidity is absolutely insane, off the charts right now, a far cry from what we were dealing with last week. Right now, the live view from our WKYT tower cam, you can see the steam. It's 81 degrees Lexington, winds are out of the southwest. The dew point, remember we said you get to 70 or anything above, and all of a sudden it is tropical. Well, we're into the low 70s. Parts of the region are seeing a dew point into the upper 70s. That's when you just step outside and you can start sweating in a matter of seconds. WKYT First Alert Weather Day. We're going to roll this through Wednesday morning at least for the active pattern, flash flood threat, another 2-3 inches, if not local, higher amounts possible. And during that time, as we just talked about, a couple of strong thunderstorms are a possibility. Flash flood watch is out for all the counties that are in green. That goes from the Louisville metro, southern parts of Indiana through the Bluegrass region. Southern, southeastern Kentucky included in this. We've picked up a lot of water on a local scale over the past couple of days. This morning we picked up some 2- and 3-inch amounts just to the southwest of Lexington. No active warnings across the area. That is the good news. The bad news, we're now starting to see more in the way of those thunderstorms that are going up. Take a little radar tour, show you some scattered action. West Liberty back over to Frenchburg, got a little rain here. Now trying to pop up on the Bourbon and Montgomery County line. Lexington Metro, we're in a little bubble as of now. I don't know how that bubble will last for the entire evening though. Showers, thunderstorms scattered across the south, and then all of a sudden we see those boomers that are firing up west of Bowling Green down toward Nashville, Tennessee. Remember last week when we had a map that we drew for you that had a front stalling out from northwest to southeast? Well, that's exactly what is going on right now. Look at the tremendous amount of juice that is coming from the southwest to interact with our front. Now, the future radar, it's based off a computer model. They don't really handle thunderstorms very well at all, but bless their hearts, they're going to be trying to pinpoint where individual thunderstorms are going. So you kind of take this with a grain of salt, but it is showing an increase in the thunderstorm action, Louisville to Lexington later this evening into the wee hours of the morning. And I really think that as the day goes on tomorrow, with that plume of deeper tropical moisture coming at us, we can fire up much more thunderstorm action than what you see here on this particular future radar. Some runs do better than others in terms of the computer models. But the greatest concentration of flash flooding, at least the highest risk area, is just to the south and southwest of Lexington. Those are areas that have been worked over the past couple of days. We had parts of western Kentucky, west central Kentucky, with 6 to 8 inches of rain, essentially just on Sunday. Tremendous amounts of rain. And this is one computer model that we look at. It's known as the NAM. And again, it is trying to pick up on those individual thunderstorms, but it has a general, through Wednesday, 1 to 3 inch rain across most of the area. Individual thunderstorms can put down 3-4 inches of rain like that. 7-day forecast, steaming it up. We're steamy now, but we're really going to be into the upper 80s, flirting with 90 for the 4th of July holiday weekend. Just a nice little shower thunderstorm risk as we go into the 4th as of now.
Chris, thank you. Kentucky Kingdom reopens today in Louisville as the state enters phase 3 of reopening.
If you're heading there this summer, there are a few changes to watch out for. Sean Bouty from our sister station, Wave 3 News, explains what they are.
Temperature checks, hand sanitizing stations, as well as these markers on the ground that keep everybody waiting in line 6 feet apart. Those are just some of the changes that you can expect this year at Kentucky Kingdom.
This is probably one of the best parks still standing in the U.S.
Adam Miller was the first person in the park on Monday. A Louisville native and a roller coaster enthusiast. Miller started waiting hours before the gates open. He says there's a lot of change every year at the park, but this year is especially different. Kentucky Kingdom and Hurricane Bay are implementing new rules that start the moment you walk in.
Welcome to the Kingdom.
Your temperature is taken at the gate. Seating on rides is limited, and social distance will be enforced. Adam Miller says in his 20 years of going to this park, he's never felt unsafe.
I trust Kentucky Kingdom. They've always made it clear number one is safety. They've never let me down on safety. They've never let a guest down that I've ever seen. If there ever is a safety problem, always go to guest services. And they immediately take action. And that's what I love about this park.
All employees here at Kentucky Kingdom and Hurricane Bay are required to wear masks. All the guests that are here as well are also encouraged to wear theirs. In Louisville, Sean Bouty, Wave 3 News.
More companies are suspending advertising on social media. We'll tell you why just ahead. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $53 million, and Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $51 million.
Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
And to make it easier to get back on the road by offering 0% financing on 10 different models.
All from the brand you trust today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Archery is actually pretty fun, and I love to do it. I'm pretty good at it, too. I lost my hearing when I was like a kid, like 4 years old, and I actually had to relearn my alphabet like 3 times. So Bluegrass Hearing Clinic makes it easier for me to do what I like to do, like archery.
Now offering Saturday appointments. See more at bluegrasshearing.com.
It's been a long road, and we still have more to go, but we'll get there. And if that road is blocked or backed up, I'll help you get there faster.
Live drive traffic with Officer Don. Weekdays starting at 4 on WKYT. Sponsored by Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Watch Kentucky Afield on Sundays, sponsored by Kurt Singer Sunrise Outfitters. When you need a vehicle you can count on, trust Greens Toyota to be here for you like we have been for over 50 years. Shop at Greens Toyota from home by visiting us online at greenstoyotaoflexington.com or downloading our mobile app. View our huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles with 0% APR available on 10 new 2020 Toyota models and 0% financing for 60 months on any certified Camry or RAV4.
Great people, great cars, think Greens.
All law firms are not the same. Some firms drag your case out forever. Others make promises they can't keep. But some firms will get you more than others, and some will give you better service. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. And to help homeowners across America, we're making it easier than ever with the Champion Stimulus Plan. Right now, get 50% off new windows, plus low interest and 12-month no-payment financing options.
Unlike some other companies, at Champion, we control every aspect of the process. We design it, we build it, we install it, and we guarantee it for life.
Now's the time. Get 50% off replacement windows. Call now or learn more at getchampionwindows.com today.
Hi, Joe Namath here, and like you, I'm at home staying safe. But I wanted to get this message out. To make these uncertain times a bit easier and safer while at home, Medicare Advantage plans have added new benefits, including telephone appointments with your doctors, in-home aids, home-delivered meals, home-delivered prescriptions, and so much more. But you don't get all the benefits automatically. You need to enroll. The easiest way to enroll is to call the Medicare Coverage Helpline. It's now more important than ever to make sure your Medicare coverage is up to date. We all have a few minutes to make a phone call to focus on our health. Get what you're entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-245-7306. That's 1-800-245-7306 now.
Before you see it anywhere else, you'll see it on WKYT's Facebook. Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
Welcome back to WKYT. Starbucks is joining a growing list of companies that plan to suspend some of their social media advertising because of online hate speech. Facebook and its co-founder and CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, is one of the main targets of the company's effort.
Civil rights organizations have called for an ad boycott of Facebook, saying it doesn't do enough to stop racist and violent content. Jerika Duncan looks at what Starbucks and other businesses are hoping to accomplish.
With a commanding 40% share of the American coffee shop market and the deep pockets to flood Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with millions in promotion, Starbucks says it's forcefully hitting the pause button on paid advertising across its social media platforms. In a statement, Starbucks announced its intention to stand against online hate speech, saying in part both business leaders and policymakers need to come together to effect real change. The boycott follows similar pledges from other Fortune 500 brands like Coca-Cola and Unilever. Starbucks did not mention the Stop Hate for Profit campaign, which calls on big brands to pull ad spending from Facebook.
It is time, once and for all, for Mark Zuckerberg and for Facebook to stand up and to take a stand against hate.
Jonathan Greenblatt is the CEO and national director of the Anti-Defamation League, one of the organizations behind Stop Hate for Profit.
What are you hoping this campaign will actually achieve?
It's long overdue for Facebook to put a real civil rights infrastructure together at the highest levels of the corporation to make sure these issues get the attention that they need.
If we determine the content may lead to violence or deprive people of their right to vote, we're going to take that content down, no matter who says it.
Facebook announced new guidelines this past Friday after the company's share price tumbled more than 8%, slashing $56 billion from its value.
The biggest brands in the world are saying they are no longer willing to subsidize stereotypes. They want to stop hate for profit.
In a statement to CBS News, Facebook says it invests billions of dollars every year to improve its policies and that it will continue to work with experts to fight against hate speech. As for that social media pause, Starbucks says it does not include YouTube, as Starbucks sees it as a video platform that does not engage with its customers the same way Facebook does. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
Download the WKYT weather app where you can customize alerts sent directly to your phone. It is free in the app and Google Play stores. Sam joins me next for WKYT News at 4:30.